The village fountain, a journey through time. We have now returned to where our tour began, the village fountain in the center of Karthaus. At first glance, it may look like a modern work of art. But if you look closely, you will discover that it tells the entire story of this remarkable place. The fountain was designed by the local artist Martin Rayner, who transformed almost 700 years of history into a single sculpture. Let's take a closer look. The beginning of the story. On one side of the fountain, you can see Saint Bruno of Cologne, the founder of the Carthusian order. Standing beside him is Saint Hugh of Grenoble, the bishop who believed in Bruno's vision and gave him a place in the remote Chartreuse mountains. Together with Bruno's 6 companions, they founded La Grande Chartreuse in 1084, the first Carthusian monastery and the mother house of the order. This moment marks the beginning of the story that eventually led to the foundation of the Charterhouse here in Karthaus. Memento Mori. You may also notice the 6 monks represented on the fountain. They remind us of the first Carthusian community and of the values that shaped their lives: silence, simplicity, humility, and prayer. Their traditional greeting was, Memento Mori. Remember that you must die. Far from being a pessimistic message, it encouraged the monks to focus on what was truly important and to live every day with gratitude and purpose. The end of an era. Now look at the opposite side of the fountain. Here you will see a monk turning around, almost as if he is asking a question. Facing him is Emperor Joseph II, whose reforms led to the closure of the Charterhouse in 1782. This encounter symbolizes one of the most dramatic moments in the history of Karthaus. After nearly 450 years of uninterrupted monastic life, the Charterhouse was dissolved, and the monks were forced to leave. Yet, although the community disappeared, its buildings remained, and a new chapter began. The monastery slowly evolved into the village that surrounds us today. A village with a unique history. Karthaus is far more than a picturesque mountain village. It is one of the few places in Europe where people still live inside the walls of a former Carthusian monastery. As you walk through its quiet streets, you are following paths once used by monks, passing houses that were once monastic cells, and standing in spaces where silence shaped everyday life for centuries. History has not disappeared here, it has simply become part of daily life. This brings our tour to an end. Thank you very much for joining me today and for traveling through nearly 1,000 years of history. But before we finish, I'd like to invite you to pause for just a moment. Take one last look around this peaceful square. Listen to the sounds, or perhaps, to the silence. Although Karthaus is now a living village, for almost 450 years this place was shaped by the quiet rhythm of the Carthusian monks. The streets you have walked, the buildings you have seen and the walls surrounding us were once part of a world devoted to prayer, contemplation, and simplicity. Try to imagine the lives of the monks who walked these same paths centuries ago. Their voices have long faded, but their legacy remains woven into every corner of this remarkable village. I hope this visit has given you a deeper understanding not only of the Charterhouse of Allerengelberg, but also of the unique philosophy of the Carthusian order and the extraordinary heritage of Karthaus. I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in the beautiful Schnalstal Valley. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.